Alright. Gotcha. Nice. Maybe they'll improve the game sometime soon.
Forgot where I put Nick Valentine in this game. I forgot where I put Nick Valentine in this game. I can't find him.
Oh, I have a mic on, so I don't have to type. Hello, everyone that's watching. I'm assuming Mobado's one of them.
Yep.
Diagnostics done.
Oh my god, I got turned off. Oh my god, all these if statements make my head hurt. Right now, I am removing the ability to disable the letterbox code. No joke. Okay, in theory, I should have done it. Run the game and see if I broke anything. Oh yeah, F4SC updated, so we'll take care of that. Hey Mobado, is my mic picking up my speakers too bad?
No, it's not.
Okay, good. Didn't break anything. That's good. Alright, now to start making the custom LUT code. Hey, Nightcall. Hey, Spaden Carlos. I'm actually surprised people like to watch this. I would think that this would be super boring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like typing in freaking text editor, working on HLSL. And then I randomly will alt-tab into Fallout 4 to test. Eat my Twizzlers and drink my Gatorade. Oh, gone. This video, once it's done, I mean, you can always watch it later if you want to crash now. You don't have to sit there and watch me all night. Where are you located? Are you in the UK? It's about... I'm in the States, obviously, and it's like 6:45 p.m. for me here. That's like, what, 18:45, I think? Is that right? Did I get that right? Is that 24-hour time, 18 hours, 1800 hours right now?
I think so. It's 12 plus whatever, 6, 18.
It's 1800 here. If that's what you meant.
Yeah, sure, it's archived, gone. You can watch this later if you'd like. Yeah, I'm not going to delete it or anything.
He lies. Don't listen to his lies.
think my USB cable is dying. Because I lost
For your
connection.
mic?
I'm going to have to go buy another one, probably. I cannot move my phone at all. Because I think the cable's got a short in it.
That one.
Yeah. Because, you know, my connection is pretty much tethered. do I keep misspelling that? There we go. Okay, in theory that should work. So what I'm doing here, I'm adding a feature. Let's see. I'm adding the feature in that's going to allow me to do this. And what I'm doing is I'm calling these values externally, so that all I have to do is modify this file for the new LUTPAC releases. And all of this code in here can remain the same. And initially, this file will not be included with the release. It'll only be added when you install a LUTPAC, but when the code doesn't see this file, it just ignores it and moves on. There's no error. So I don't have to include this until someone downloads the look back. I really do need to cut these shaders down because I don't think I'm going to use the day-night interior separation because I can't find an easy way to make that configurable for the user. Here, I'll show you basically what these LUTs look like in Film Workshop. They're stacked, and so there's not really an easy way to make this configurable for most users. But basically when you set this to 0, it's looking at this line 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. It's treating each one of these lines as a single LUT, and when you push up the value, it goes to the next one. So I've got everything separated into, like, in the code, day, night, and interior, but as you can see here, I'm in the code up here, I'm pointing basically all 3 to day because I'm not currently using that separation. So as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Or I'll do it later. Let's go with this here. I think that's all I have to change here. Oh, I need to change these values. Hey Hook and Cook. Hey Fake Summer. Yeah, Fake Summer. The I'm handling the LUTs pretty much the same way Olympus is. It was really the only way to make this usable. You can't use multiple LUTs in a single pass and make it user configurable any other way. And the bonus is you can do way more than you could in, say, cinematic film looks, because for each technique you have to do the entire effect process, and you're limited in the number of effect techniques you can use. And so each time I add a look, it gets multiplied by that number of techniques again. But doing it this way, it's still limited, but it's virtually unlimited. I'm never going to run out of techniques, really. Whereas CFL, I actually was limited in the number of looks I could include. I think the maximum was like 39. But with this, there's not really any limit. Okay, I think that's what I need. Let me make sure that works. So 1 divided by 64 gives me that. That's correct. 64 times 64 is that. Wait, what? I need these two values, a width and a height, divided by 1. That and that. So I have my height, 1 divided by V size. My width is going to be 1 divided by the H size. Don't need that. Yeah, it does fake it. It cuts down quite a bit. Film Workshop's already probably more complicated than CFL was, but it compiles a lot quicker. It's not quite as user friendly because the user can't just like select the technique list and have like a nice, you know, named list. But that's what the helper image is for. It gives you like a list of what each number means. So it's there's a trade-off, but I kind of tend to like this method better. In the current version of Film Workshop, when color grading is enabled, a total of 4 LUTs are actually being used at any one time. Divided by 64 gives me that, which is correct. 64 times 64 gives me 4096. And 1 divided by 4096 gives me that value, which is correct. So there we go. That's going to work. LUT height and LUT width. Okay, in theory, this code should work no matter what I change these values to. How can I make this work? Now the great thing about this is the way this is set up. When I change this value, it changes the entire LUT size. So by telling it 64 V size for vertical, that's essentially a 4096 by 64 LUT. If I go to 32, that's a 1024 by 32. If I go to 16, that's a 256 by 16. And I can demonstrate that here. So 16 times itself, which is happening here, LUT V size times LUT V size. That gives us 256, and that is our horizontal pixel size of the LUT. And if it was set to 32, I got 32 times 32. And that gives us 1024. 64 times 64 gives us 4096. So you define the entire size of the LUT with just this change here. The user's not going to be doing this. This would be something that I do in the background if I need to. No, just going to keep it to 32. I mean, that's how I'm doing it. but the way Film Workshop's set up, users are only going to be able to create 1024 by 32 LUTs. Basically, because the way it works is it overlays a neutral LUT over the image, and then Film Workshop applies the effects, and it changes the LUT image. Unless you're gaming at 4096 resolution width, you're not going to be able to use a 4K LUT. So we have to go down to 1024 by 32. There is a way to make it work by like splitting the 4096 LUT into like a square block, but that's too cumbersome. I can't ask users to like go into Photoshop and manually move it around, which is what has to be done for that to work. So we're sticking with 1K LUTs, which are perfectly fine. But if I need to change that value, I can easily come in here and do it. No, it does not scale. It's always going to show as 1024 by 32 exactly on the screen. So if you're playing at like 1024 by 768, like terribly, it'll stretch across the entire top portion of the screen. And if you're playing at 4K res, it's only going to go 1024 pixels across the top left corner. Yeah, to have it scale would actually mess it up. How's the music, everybody? Is the music okay? Tolerable? Yeah, me too. Honestly, I hate 80s pop music, I really do. But synthwave is okay. As long as it's just music. I mean, you start singing, 80s music is gonna get on my nerves. But with the exception of that would be like U2. I am actually a U2 fan. I kind of like them. And as far as their stuff in the 80s, it wasn't bad. Oh, crap. Tell me I didn't move the wrong thing.
Dang it, Bobby.
I didn't. Okay, let's do a test. What? Come on. There we go. So I'm just making like a quick test. Basically just throwing on some Instagram LUTs on this. I mean, when we get in game, this is going to look like garbage, because these are not designed to work with Film Workshop at all. Would you guys be interested in an Instagram LUT pack though for Film Workshop? Yeah, I'll probably release one. If anything, just to test it out and see how well the Film Workshop user base deals with modifying files and stuff. Don't know if this is going to work, but we'll test it. Unselling Wizard, I should be fixing that pretty soon. Right now it's not really optimized for low-end machines. I built it on a 1080 Ti, and there are no performance presets, as you probably noticed when you opened it up. I was just in such a rush to get it out because this was months and months of work and I was sick of dealing with it. Now I've got to optimize it, and that shouldn't be too hard. What am I doing? Wrong drive. Yeah, the CPU bottleneck is real. CPU struggle is real. Oh crap, I have to go in here and do this. Okay. sure I use the Trent. God, I have to rework all of these if statements. The only section I think I have to worry about. Or is it Elif? I think it's Elif. Let's see. Thanks, Julian. Yeah, when I built my computer in 2014, I built it with a 4790K and a 780 Ti, and I've just slowly upgraded it since then. I mean, it's still a 4790K, but a better GPU and like 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, let's see if that breaks anything. Or if it just works. Haha, broke. Okay. One is custom and two is user mode. So I am looking for this. Fine. What? I feel like this is gonna break. Let's just throw it in here for now. Yeah, I don't think this works. Oh, no wonder. That's supposed to be two. Oh crap, forgot I have to add a selection. What? Dang it. Why is this not showing up? That would be why.
Well, there's your problem.
Well, there's your problem. One. Maybe here. What the heck is going on? Okay, for now I'm just gonna throw it way up here. What the heck? No wonder. That would do it. And that needs to say 1, not 2. There we go. It is not changing anything. Custom mode is 1. What are you serious right now? Whatever. We're just gonna do it manually. We'll do it live. Mobata, why are you so quiet?
We're gonna do it live. Sorry, I was typing.
Okay. What is the problem here?
It's right there in between some of those words and things.
I think you're right. Oh. Right here.
Did you take classes for this or anything, or did you just learn it by
Man, this is
yourself?
just all trial and error, figuring it out. God dang it! This is HLSL, which kind of looks like C and C++. It's a shader language. Really? I have to manually do this crap? No, this should... 1 divided... This should work. What's the problem here? Do I have to manually do this for no reason? Oh, that's wrong. 1 divided by what count? Save. Come on, what is going on right now? What does that even mean?
Just do it live. It might just be because of all of this. I'll just try to enter these calculations manually.
This is almost ready. I just have to probably redo this. So I think I messed something up in the code. Okay, I think that's my problem right here.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Number. Oh god, no wonder. It's calling the wrong thing in the code. Okay, so why is that not working? Why isn't this working? Right there. There's a problem. Yes. Okay. Now we test my variables again. Hey, Truth. I'm actually preparing the ENB for custom look backs right now. That's correct. We want this width by height. See if that worked or if it broke things. Okay. So for that one I have to manually define it.
Has it ever occurred to you, Wally, that the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a
It's not dividing by zero.
unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government?
How is
based
that
on
zero?
money?
But it's not 0. What the heck? Oh. That shouldn't fail. Okay, the math is right. Well, the code is right, but the math
See,
is
I
wrong.
think it's quite possible that the
So,
1960s represent
okay.
the last burst of the human being before he was extinguished.
That part is correct.
And that this is the beginning of the rest of the future now. That from now on, there'll simply be all these robots walking around, feeling nothing, thinking nothing.
Not changing anything. Wait, what? Okay, something's wrong in my math. These are the absolute values, I believe. .03125
Eric.
times 32 equals 1. Yes, those are the absolute values. That's 32. That times that. That's 1024 here, 32 here.
Oh, yeah.
That width first. Correct, that's correct. That is also correct. Just needs to now say let the v size minus 1. Pixel. Let's do the math real quick. One divided by 5 is going to give you 02. I don't understand. This should be working.
Eric says don't do integer division.
Oh, Eric, you're watching? Okay, I'm trying to set this up in a way where I have to modify like one external file, and then all the values just generate for me. So the correct way to do this, Eric, is to actually just manually create the values and then input the exact floating point number. Oh, okay. So just to set them up and float. Haha, Eric, you're amazing. It worked. I'm not sure which Instagram LUT this is, but this is Film Workshop with an Instagram LUT. But as you can see, it's really washed out because it's not made for this. But there is one thing I can do about that. Yes, Instagram slut. I mean, this isn't really exactly the way I would do it, but this is like a quick and dirty way to do it. So conversion. Red long film to sRGB, that should do it. This may look like crap. Let's see. Yes. Oops. Yeah, that's close to how it's supposed to look. The thing about Instagram, it's made for photos, so when I make an Instagram pack, which I guess I probably will, I have to like tweak it so that it works properly in the game, because the exposure values that it's looking for are wildly different between the LUTs, right? So that's pretty washed out, that's pretty contrasty, that looks okay, and then that's just like ridiculously overexposed, and then that one's underexposed. So a lot of these I have to tweak for gameplay. So this one that's like super overexposed, I can drop the exposure before it hits the LUT and it works okay. And then this one's underexposed, push the exposure up a bit and everything's all fine and dandy. Hey, Truth, if you can hear me, I sent you a PM earlier today for when you got back on your computer, but it was talking about using 4K LUTs for the look pack, but I'm thinking now that the 1K LUT will probably be fine. We can do some testing and see if there's a difference in the 4K and 1K, but I'm thinking it's going to be okay. So for now, just make backups of your post-pass I and I, so that if we want to test the difference between a 1K and a 4K version, you can just revisit it and, you know, easily just make the 4K version. I'll have to modify the shader for you to show a different LUT overlay image, but it's easy. Basically, the LUT's going to look like this. I'll have to open up After Effects and show you. Where's my LUT buddy? Do I have to reinstall it? Dang it. Dang it, I have to download the whole freaking suite? I'm gonna go and cancel that. My stream's suffering. Anyway, the LUT will look different. Just put it that way. It'll be like a perfect square instead of like the line like this. A 4K LUT, when it's in a perfect block, is a 512 by 512 image. That just has the lines stacked like this. And I'll just put that, I'll throw that in the corner on the top left up here, and we can generate 4K LUTs that way, and then you can send me the screenshot with the LUT, and then I'll process the photo or the screenshot to make the LUT. But I think we'll just stick with the 1K for now, and if we see any problems, then we can remake some of them with the 4K LUT. Now let's see if this broke. Probably did. Oh, I managed to not break something. Okay, what happens when I turn the scopes on? Does it break then? No, it still works. Lovely. Okay, when the scopes are on and we are in custom mode 1, I feel like it's going to break. Let's see. Oh my god, it didn't break. Fantastic. Okay. Let us try user LUT mode. That should be the old LUT mode 1. Holy crap, it didn't break. Turn scopes off.
Maybe it's broken, but it just doesn't look like it's broken.
No, it would definitely throw errors, but
Maybe
good
you're
call.
broken.
Oh, by the way,
Right.
this is a custom LUT that I made yesterday on stream. I think it looks really nice, actually. Mobato, you see the lifted shadows? See the
Yes,
dark
I do.
areas, like, for example, No Weirdo. The shadow area between her legs is obviously in dark shadow, but the blacks are lifted. So the whole look's got this nice, I don't know, I guess you would just call it a lifted shadows look.
I like it. Looks good.
Yeah, it's a nice look. If I watch this, it should look really nice at Diamond City. If I can find Diamond City on the map. There we go. Oh my god, look at the low resolution texture. Oh, it just pulled in the high res.
On his armor.
Let's change the weather. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to try to convince Lou to convert this over to MCM. Because I feel like it would just be so much
Everybody knows
easier to
things
deal
about
with.
it. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job.
There we go. Here it is in a clear weather.
Buys a nickel's worth. Thanks.
Really nice looking colors, I think.
Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter.
It is very nice.
And for people that may complain about the sun being dimmed, there is a fix for that. Just do this. Ta-da! Don't do that. You can actually do
Look
that.
directly into the sun.
Oh crap, I need to adjust
In
this.
real
I broke
life.
that. I need to remove those. Why are those still in there?
I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crying in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it.
This song. Probably gonna break. No, we did not break. That's great. Okay, I should probably remove the camera controls as well. Because with the custom LUT mode, all that's pretty much been set. What do you guys on the stream think? If you're using a custom preset made by someone else, do you feel that you still need any of the image adjusting controls other than like vignette and letterbox control? Okay, everybody on stream, can we just take a moment to appreciate how freaking awesome this screenshot is by Truth here? This is seriously possibly the best Fallout 4 shot I've ever seen.
It is beautiful.
Oh, this is great information. I'm gonna go ahead and change that on my config. Let's restart Fallout real quick. So you can see right now, the ENB will tell you when custom mode is enabled. So I guess I'm going to leave the controls like this. In custom mode, you have camera controls, lens control, sharpening, and letterbox control, and that's it. Basically, this cuts down on a lot of unnecessary processing because a lot of that color information has been baked into the LUT that was created, the custom LUT. So a lot of that workload it no longer needs to be compiled. That's part of what took so long in making this ENB was like all of the branching if statements that were necessary for the code to like look and see, you know, if you have this effect enabled, include this part of the code. And it was such a pain to keep track of it all. Okay. So I'm running well into the 70s here. Okay. If you're wondering why this was always set to 6, there are some effects that happen in the background, mostly up here in the lens section, that blur the image a bit. And 6 was the value that I set to make it look as close to the vanilla sharpness as possible. It's definitely not going to be possible to see the difference on stream at 720, but basically 6 will give you like the vanilla sharpness level even after the blurry effect happens, and that happens just because of the way the chromatic aberration works. If I set that to 0, the image actually blurs from vanilla. So I guess I could set this to like a base level of 0 but have it always at 6 in the background. No, fake. I definitely did not take the crown from Lou. Lou is still the man. Hey Eric, does this work before I even bother going into the code? Does that actually mean if custom mode does not equal 0? I posted it in chat. Oh, okay. So no need for the double. All right. Oh, I got a sweet idea. Okay. Let's see if that works. Not currently working. Okay. If custom mode is 1, then that should... Oh. Wait, what? That's all set up properly, so... Problem. Dang it. Should be showing up right under here. I don't know why it's not. Oh, I'm a moron. This is fine. It's behaving properly. Truth pack. Nice. Don't know if that's gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, it breaks. Hey Eric, is there a way to add two strings together to make one string? Because doing this obviously failed. Like so. So I'm trying to add spaces before that. Okay, well, don't think too hard about it, because I think I can just do this. I can just add the spaces in here, and just do it that way. It's not a problem. Yeah, don't even worry about it. I'll just do it like this. Let's do it this way. Yeah, it's HLSL. I feel like that's just getting too large up there. Oh, that looks nice. What do you think, chat? I will say this. I do think I tend to go overboard. And this file would be so much longer if I wasn't like putting all my shaders in an external folder and including them in files. Like this particular ENB, I can't really compress it anymore, but there's like a ton of things going on. The the shared path is just gigantic because of all of the branching if statements. Okay, Eric, you can be completely honest with me, and I will not be offended if it's negative. Looking at a noob's code, like you've obviously looked at my post pass. How awful is the little bit of code work that I do? How horrible does it look when you open it up? HD6? Oh. Hey, everybody in chat, you should really be thanking Eric. Without him, Film Workshop is absolutely impossible. The whole basis for Film Workshop was being able to do the hue shifting and the scopes. Without his stuff, Film Workshop wouldn't be here at all. Yes, thank you, Eric, indeed. That's right, Thor's hand.
Thank you, Eric.
I see Truth is playing Fallout 4, probably making some ridiculously awesome screenshots. Or maybe working on his look pack. So, chat, basically the idea is, right now, there's no set time frame or limit. As long as Truth wants to take however long it takes him, he can make a look back. It's not something that has to happen in the next couple of weeks. It's on his time. Whenever he feels he's got a decent amount and he's ready to share, he'll hand them to me, and then I'll make the look back. But with that said, I also want to do monthly community packs, so users can submit their custom looks. I'll test them out, and if I like them and they make the cut and they work in all weathers on NAC, then I'll throw it in the look pack, the community pack. And so at the end of 30 days, I'm not sure what the number will be. It might be different from month to month. But yeah, the idea is that get some community input to where the community can what's the word I'm looking for? Participate in the growth of this ENB. One of these days this coming week, I think I'm gonna do a cool little thing where I recreate the Pilgrim look from within Film Workshop using the Pilgrim weather plugin. It should be kind of fun. I've actually already done it before offline, so I know it can be done. Just to do it on stream would be cool. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these messages out of here, these ugly ones. That just looks so nice. So great. Well, the thing about Film Workshop is you can break the image, like you can absolutely destroy it and make something horrible. But if you go easy on it and you take your time and don't make drastic adjustments until you're more comfortable, Film Workshop already kind of holds your hand by giving you a really great starting point with the different film stocks. So if you find your look with the film stocks, just find a different combination, you can get a good look to begin with, and then you can kind of tweak that a little bit. So let's do a little bit of math here really quickly. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, that's enough math.
Yeah, let's do some math right now. I'm gonna calculate real quick. 0.05 times 1. What? Trying to remember. Oh, I know how to do it. We're gonna do like a quick little easy calculation. I'm gonna open this helper image. Actually, let's open that up in Photoshop. What? Why is this down here, Microsoft? Okay, so look over here. We have 20 looks. It starts from 0, which I could adjust that if I want, but maybe I will in the future. It starts from 0, so there's 20 looks here, 0 through 19 for the negatives, and there are 12 total for the print. So just to give you an idea of how many combinations just using those, 20 times 12. There are 240 possible combinations between those two lists right there. That's a lot of variation. And just from there, you have a massive jumping off point to make your own look. Some Pilgrim comments. Let's see. Look. Don't make comments like this. Come on. Even if it's completely innocent, it sounds super sarcastic and douchey. Like, don't do this. Come on. So no rain is an intentional feature? Come on, dude, really? If you're not getting any weather changes with Pilgrim, you installed something wrong, because Pilgrim drastically changes the weather. Which is why I said it sounds like user error, because it kind of does. Also, I get that he was just trying to trying to get the visuals from the screenshots, as he says, but there's no way that I can tell anyone this, right? Film Workshop is so complicated. There's no way I'm going to be like able to rattle right off the top of my head, what the settings were to get the screenshots. The nature of this ENB is that everyone's screenshot's going to look different because everyone's going to make their own thing. Yeah, whoever this guy is, thank you for this info. Why can't I not go to your profile? What the heck? Why, Nexus? Why? No, I don't know why you can't just search a user. Like, unless you've uploaded files, you can't find anyone. It's stupid. How do you just add a friend? How do you do this? What? God. Nexus search is worthless. Absolutely worthless. There we go. That's one way to do it. Done. Oh, in case you guys didn't know, if anyone's interested in Instagram, this was a thing. I made this a while back. It is my most unsuccessful mod ever. It's a reshade. And it had like 4 different Instagram filters, which looked pretty nice in the game actually. Also, this is coming pretty soon. I'll just leave this here to give you an idea of what that is. As you can see, it's been in the works since June. This was my first mod, released one day after Fallout 4 came out. This was a hybrid of ENB and Reshade. ENB has more access to pretty much everything in the game. ENB is able to insert itself at different points in the rendering pipeline in the game. Like the ENB can get access to the depth data, to the high dynamic range color data. Reshade only has access to the final rendered image. So Reshade can only do post-processing, whereas ENB can do stuff right in the middle of the render path, which means you can replace the depth of field, you can add your own ambient occlusion, and then you can also throw post-processing on top. Oh, these pictures were taken by a friend of mine with Film Workshop today. I really like this one, actually. Well, I fixed some issues and added some features, and I think I'm gonna close the stream out unless you guys have any suggestions for features that you might want me to try adding. Mabato, Thor's hand said your photos were awesome.
Thank you, Thor.
Not the Thor in chat, like the legit Thor in Asgard.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, Unselling Wizard, you caught what that is. Yeah, I really, really like the new logo colors that they introduced in Resolve 14. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that needs to be my avatar. Alright guys, well I'm going to call it a night. You guys have a good one, and I'll be back around pretty soon.